Bling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored.
Neither the United States of America nor the world community of nations can tolerate deliberate deception and offensive threats on the part of any nation.
I will make you understand.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Jones, and welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
People are willing to take the risk. It's sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
The time for mediocrity in broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you're listening to the Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and a rock. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. George Garner. George, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Jones.
Opening things up with a little Croatian punk rock, Kevlar Bikini, Rats and Copycats. George, yesterday we had the Punk-Aid Radiothon.
Yeah, and that's one of the tracks we played yesterday too. And I'll tell you, we put that on, and everybody in the studio, everybody's eyes lit up. That is an awesome track.
I spun that tune yesterday, and I have been addicted to it ever since. So check out Kevlar Bikini. Again, they are from Croatia. And if there was a map on the wall, you said Tony Jones point to Croatia. I don't think I could do it.
I could find Europe for you.
That's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed by that. And I just want to thank everybody for the support yesterday for Punk Aid. And again, I want to remind everybody to go to punkaid.org. 117 bands. Profits split between the Boston Marathon bombing victims and the victims of the massive Oklahoma City tornadoes, which just devastated that area. And $6, 117 bands for the digital download there. But like I mentioned yesterday, feel free to round up and help these folks out. It's important, and it is cool to see everybody coming together. All those bands donated their tracks 100% free, and we can put that out there. And then all of the profits, as a guy who is lucky enough to be able to do some donating, you have to do your research. You have to do your research. There are some great nonprofits out there, like the gentleman we're going to talk to tonight, Tony Soly, and there are
thieves.
Yeah, there are thieves, unfortunately, and it's sad and it's depressing. You have got to do your research if you're lucky enough to be involved in charity. And I'm going to get off my soapbox now, George, and I'm going to introduce our in-studio guests.
You've been on that soapbox quite a bit lately.
My soapbox
We're going to have a serious talk about...
bending up.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get a soapbox attached to my shoes. That's how bad it's getting. But we do have Tony Soly in studio. Punks for a Princess is his organization. Tony, I want to go back to the very beginning for anybody out there, international listeners, not familiar with you, not familiar with your work. Bring it back to Punks for a Princess, what it is, what you guys do, and importantly, how it started.
So what we do is we raise money for children's charities, primarily throughout New England. We've hit most of the New England states so far. And we started in 2008, shortly after my niece had passed away. She passed away in a tragic accident up in the Lakes region of New Hampshire. And some friends of mine had got together and said, hey, let's raise some money and do some good. And it just kind of ballooned. I mean, the New England bands were great, got us started out. We started out in 2008, and we've been going ever since. I mean, like everyone, we kind of got hit with the economy woes, and we kind of took a step back in 2012 to reassess. In 2013, where we've geared up for some fun stuff. We started off the year with our first ever punk rock plunge, and we hope to keep that going each year. And people crazy enough to jump in the Atlantic Ocean when it's 20 degrees, by all means, come on down.
I always feel a connection with Punks for a Princess because your niece passed away at about the same time that my niece was born. So I think that I felt that it was an important cause because of just that timing. And tell us a little bit more about the punk rock plunge, because you guys had a huge year this past year and one of the coldest New Year's on record.
Yeah, Fugi from Held Hostage had reached out to me and said, let's do something for this little girl out of West Warwick. Said she has type 1 SMA. Her name was Angelina Rose Cox, and I said, yeah, sure, let's get something together. And that was earlier in 2012, midway through 2012. He had come to me with that, and the timing wasn't right. We didn't want to push anything quick, and we didn't want to shortchange anything. So, we came up with the idea. Let's do something outside of the box. Throw some bands together, get a show going, and get a bunch of people to go jump in the ocean down at Marley's down near Iggy's in Oakland Beach. So we reached out to Marley's. They were more than welcome to have us, and we said, let's do it. And I think we were charging $25 to plunge. We put some teams together. Guys, good friends of ours, A Common Goal, put a team together. The McGunks, a bunch of people put teams together. And we were able to raise over $10,000 for that family. So by far, it was the best donation we've been able to make, and we were glad to help. Unfortunately, Angelina is no longer with us. She passed away shortly after the plunge, but it was a pleasure to meet her family and been able to work with her family. They've grown to be great friends of ours.
It's amazing. We talked about a little bit yesterday when we did Punk Aid, was that a lot of times the thoughts are when something massive like this happens, when you see a sick child, it's so depressing and heart-wrenching, the thought people have is to throw up their hands and say, well, what can I do? And that's it. And that's what it comes down to. You do what you can do, and then Punks for Princess does what they can do, and it reverberates in the community, and next thing you are raising thousands of dollars for just going out, having a good time, jumping in the ocean, and a little bit of shrinkage equals a $10,000 donation. It's amazing to me.
Right. I mean, what we try to do, too, is, we're just lucky to be where we are. I mean, we've had great success with bands from, all over. Our new CD, which you have a copy of, we got bands on there from the UK, we got bands on there from Canada. No one, asks a penny of us. We always offer, you need a place to stay. You guys are driving up here from New York, New Jersey, wherever. You need a place to stay. Nope, we're all good. It's great. Just the camaraderie that has been shown to us in the friendships we've forged so far. We get great support from our Boston family and friends. The Barroom Heroes, they'll do anything for us. Their family's excellent. Those boys are great. It's really what it is. Before I had kids, I would have never thought, it's one of those things. Everyone said, how'd you get started? How'd you get into it? And, now I have kids of my own. If I can help make someone's day a little brighter or help make an organization, donations to charities are suffering because the economy is suffering. Sure. And here's another outlet. The kids in the punk rock scene, you get that stigma, and it's like, you know what? Let's do some good for the community and throw something, and we'll donate to A Wish Come True. We'll donate to the Three Rivers Wet Team. We'll donate to the Boston bombing victims. Wherever we need to donate to, we donate to. And we try to focus on children's charities, but we do it where it's needed.
It's always amazing to me, too, the companies that will Narragansett Beer, 990WBOB.com, The Phoenix, these bigger companies who, as soon as you tell them, hey, here's what's going on, we're doing this thing for charity, let us know what you need.
Yeah, the outpouring of support from businesses has been great. We're starting this the Zombie Guts thing, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. And we're doing that with Hallowed Entertainment Group, and we've got some business sponsors already on board, and we're trying to get a few more to help offset some of the expenses. Obviously, this is one of the biggest undertakings we've had. Actually, it is the biggest financial undertaking we've had. So obviously, all the support we can get is greatly appreciated. But between the Phoenix Motif, WARL, your show, we're getting great support. BRU. Everyone's supporting us. They're doing advertising for us. So anywhere we can get some help. The local business community has been great to us over the years. Venues, it's been amazing.
So along with this multimedia approach, there are the CD compilations. I have the first compilation on me. I have some McGunks queued up who are kind of an intricate band of your organization, would you say?
Yeah, Pete from the McGunks, he's on my board of directors, actually, and he actually handles the Punks for Princess BMX team. We just started this year. We started getting into extreme sports and sponsoring some teams. So he handles that aspect of it, and Bobby is basically our PR guy. He started just recently. He's starting to set up all our live events, and he's pounding the pavement for us. I finally realized this year, I'm one of those guys, I got to be hands-on with everything. I finally realized that I just don't have the time to do it, and I need to ask for help. And I finally did, and Bobby and Pete have stepped up tremendously for me.
Yeah, at the point you are, because this thing is growing.
Yeah, it's finally hit that curve. I was joking around saying, 2013, that's the year. And
well, I'll tell you, I can give you some anecdotal evidence because I have Punks for Princess T-shirt. Yes. That you gave me when we played at one of your benefits.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, probably about 3 years ago.
And I'll tell you, I'll have that shirt on, and it gets more recognition than a lot of band shirts.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing where we've sent stuff to. I mean, really, I mean, we were talking about off air earlier about, you know, hitting overseas through the internet and, you know, whether or not the internet's evil or good. And, you know, you know, I mean, seriously, I mean, we've reached all corners of the earth. I mean, we've sent stuff to Australia. I mean, again,